Hello everyone and welcome to Movixed. Today I'll tell you about the most popular Christmas movie, Home Alone. Let's go! Aunt Leslie is played by Terry Snell, in the wife of Frank McCallister. She is a very sweet and kind-hearted woman. She knows all the disadvantages of her husband and often scolds him. She is an honest and decent woman and is trying to help find Kevin. She supports Catherine and looks sternly at her husband, who said that he forgot his glasses at home and that they shouldn't worry so much about Kevin. Harry is one of the Wet Bandits and Marv's partner. He is the brains of their team, planned the robberies and is very good at breaking into houses. He knows how to transform into other people to get the information he needs. During failures, he shows a short temper and sometimes he resorts to violence. He also often lashes out at Marv due to his poor judgment and mistakes, portrayed by Joe Pesci. Marv is played by Daniel Stern. He's Harry's partner and one of the Wet Bandits. He is clumsy, stupid and cowardly, and when something scares him, he screams hysterically. He is spineless and often becomes Harry's doormat. He dreams of becoming one of the great thieves, but he acts very carelessly during their heists. Every time he leaves behind a lot of evidence, which leads the police straight to them. Peter is Kevin's father, who's mostly absent-minded and careless. He reveals all the information about the security system in his house to a thief disguised as a police officer. In addition, he is unable to control the situation in the house, which leads to general confusion. Despite this, he loves his children and cares about them, portrayed by John Hurt, who died of a heart attack in 2017. Marley is Kevin's neighbor who, according to rumors, is a serial killer nicknamed the South Bend Shovel Killer. He is lonely and silent and hasn't communicated with his son for many years. He is also polite and tries to be helpful to his neighbors, blowing snow from sidewalks in winter. He has a good heart and is happy to help Kevin, played by Robert Blossom, who died of a stroke in 2011. Kate is played by Catherine O'Hara, is Peter's wife and Kevin's mother. She works as a clothing designer. She loves her children and cares about each of them. She often turns a blind eye to the behavior of older children, punishing only Kevin, but she is always ready to apologize if she realizes her mistakes. She has strong intuition and always comes to the aid of her children wherever she is. Lenny is the McCallister third child. She approaches her trip to France responsibly and even learns the necessary phrases in French. Her relationship with her younger brother isn't very good and she likes to scare him. And besides, she considers him irresponsible and says it directly. She likes to show off her intelligence and often brags about it. They're always played by Angela Goethals. Buzz is played by David Rattray, is the McCallister's eldest son. He is a plump and conceited teenager who prefers terrible pets, so he has a tarantula. He terrorizes Kevin, causing him a lot of trouble and compromising him into fights, which is why Kevin always gets punished more than Buzz. He is cocky, rude, and likes to blame his younger brother. He often makes himself look righteous to him. Uncle Frank is the older brother of Peter and Rob McCallister. He is a grumpy and self-righteous man, constantly thinking about his needs. He is extremely materialistic and greedy, constantly stealing from his brother. Frank is especially strict towards Kevin. He calls him a little idiot and often laughs at him. and sometimes promises to kick his ass, played by Jerry Beman. Megan is the second child and the eldest daughter of Peter and Kate McCallister. She behaves less cruelly than Buzz towards Kevin, but can still call him helpless. She is a little aloof and the most introverted person among her siblings. She likes listening to music, reading, and thinking about something of her own. She shows sympathy and worries for Kevin when he is left alone at home, played by Hilary Wolf. Gus Polinski is the king of Midwest polka, clarinetist and lead musician on the Kenosha Kickers. He is very kind-hearted and comes to Kate McCallister's aid by offering to give her a ride to Chicago. He is sociable and is always ready to support and encourage a person, joking and showing that everything isn't so bad, played by John Candy, who died of a heart attack in 1994. Jeff is the McCallister's fourth child. He is very focused and careful, carries out the instructions given to him by his parents, and always does everything on time and tries to behave balanced and calm. He isn't confrontational, but in blaming his younger brother, he joins the others and calls him a disease. However, he worries about Kevin when he is alone. The role was played by Michael Marona. Heather is played by Kristen Minter, is the eldest child of Rob and Georgetta McCallister, who studies at Northwestern University. She behaves responsibly and helps adults to get ready for a trip. However, her inattention leads to the mistaken belief that all the relatives are here. She considers herself an adult and doesn't seek to communicate with her younger cousins because they have too little in common. Sandra is the second child of Leslie and Frank McCallister. She has a calm character, rarely makes trouble, and, on the contrary, tries to be friendly with others. She likes playing the piano and often listens to music. Her siblings get along with her and find her quite tolerable. She is ready to help the family, and they can rely on her. The role was played by Diana Rain. Rod is the second child of Rob and Georgetta McCallister. He is a skinny boy who likes observing nature and learning new things. His favorite hobbies are reading books and watching educational programs. He is interested in Buzz's tarantula as something unusual to have as a pet. He is very gullible and naive and is easy to fool. The role was played by Gigi Cohen. Fuller is the only son of Frank and Leslie McCallister. He is a very sweet and funny boy who is always interested in what is happening in their family. He never stands aside but participates in the thick of things. He treats everyone equally and loves all his relatives. His favorite drink is cola, which he drinks without the knowledge of his parents, portrayed by Kieran Culkin. Tracy is played by Santa Moses, is Kevin's cousin and the eldest daughter of Leslie and Frank McCallister. She prefers order and a measured rhythm of life. So when she gets into stressful situations, she can get irritated and nervous. She gets along well with her siblings, likes to watch comedies, and spends hours talking with her friends on the phone. She is also interested in fashion. Brooke is played by Anna Slotky, is the youngest daughter of Frank and Leslie McCallister. She is very inquisitive and has a sharp mind. Despite his small age, she can make fun of Buzz and the rest of the family. She always asks interesting questions to her parents, which sometimes confuses them. Feeling very mature and responsible, she also looks reproachfully at Kevin when he starts a fight with Buzz. Kevin is played by Macaulay Culkin. He's the youngest child in the McCallister family, who has an extraordinary mind and resourcefulness. He is quick-tempered and doesn't know how to restrain his emotions, but still often regrets what he said. Living alone during a robbery at his home, he shows ingenuity in confronting the bad bandits. He also has wisdom and gives advice to his neighbor and the pigeon lady. The checkout girl works at the grocery store near Kevin's house. She is a very attentive and curious girl who notices that Kevin is shopping all alone and finds it quite strange. She tries to find out from him where is his family and where he lives, and she calms down only when Kevin gives her convincing answers to her questions. She was played by Tracy Connor. Thank you for watching this video and see you next time!